welcome to Red Lipstick. So today I am doing a foundation review and demo of the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. So I saw this recently as I was scrolling through Ulta's website and I thought it looked really interesting. I thought the reviews were pretty decent, so I wanted to check it out. So this claims to be an HD foundation that's mattifying, and it's supposed to be like a second skin. So it's supposed to be natural yet matte. The back says that it's lightweight and non-oily, and it feels like a second skin and provides full coverage. So those are some pretty hefty claims there on this product, and I'm a dry skin person, so we'll see how this works out for me. I got the color light beige, which actually was the lightest shade on here. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to match me because I am pretty pale, but we'll see. Yeah, and so I'm pretty stoked to be trying this out today. I will be doing wear tests to show you guys how it lasts throughout the day. So yeah, let's get into it. If you're going to leave a rude or nasty comment, go ahead and hit that unsubscribe and move it along. Otherwise, let's get into the video. Alright, so I already have my primer on. I'm actually using for the first time, which is kind of dumb to be doing in a foundation review, but whatever. This is the Pores No More Luminizing Primer from Dr. Brandt. You can see it created a pretty luminous look on my face, which I really like because, like I said, I'm dry skinned, so I don't really need any kind of like oil control primers. So let's just get right into this foundation here. Let's see how liquidy it is. So it comes with a dropper. Not much came out with that, so let's try again. You know, I like the idea of the whole dropper thing, but I never get a ton out. This foundation looks pretty dark for me, so we'll have to take it down my neck. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the right half of my face with a brush and the left half with a sponge. And the brush I'm using is just one of these Ulta angled foundation brushes. I like this one, it's pretty decent. And let's go in and apply. Alright, so that is all the foundation that I squirted on the back of my hand here. It is a little bit dark, but it's not terrible. So I can totally see what they're saying about this being like a second skin because it completely sinks into the skin and looks like you're not wearing foundation. I'm going to zoom you guys in real quick. As you guys can see, it's like a really natural finish. Like, it's not covering any of my freckles or anything. It's not completely covering this red mark I have here. It just looks like it sank right into the skin, but it's evening out my skin texture and skin tone. So I am actually going to go in and apply a little bit more and see if I can cover up some of these red marks and just do a little bit more coverage. But I like natural finish foundations. If you don't, this probably isn't one that you're going to love. So I'm just going to take one more dropper full on the back of my hand and try to build up some of these areas. So I will say it is nicely buildable. I love the way this looks. It's got a beautiful natural finish to it. It's got, I'm sure it's the primer underneath that's giving it the luminous finish, but it's not terribly matte where it looks unnatural. It's so like second skin looking. I totally understand what they say. So I love the fact that this does build up. So if you don't want that incredibly natural looking coverage, you can get a little bit more. I think it's just beautiful so far. So let's go on in the other side with a sponge and see how that looks. Today I'm just using an EcoTool sponge. Okay, so I will say I love the sponge application so much more. I still have a ton of product left on the back of my hand, but that completely covered my entire left half of my face. I got better coverage with less product, and it just looks way better. It just looks nicer on the face, like it's sunk in even better than the brush side. So I definitely recommend the sponge application with this formula. And I'm actually going to go in with the sponge on the right half and just touch up these areas that the brush didn't get as well. Alright, so that is the foundation on. You guys can see it's like a really beautiful natural coverage. I really am liking it so far. So we'll see how it wears throughout the day. I do also have a Catrice concealer that I'm going to try out today. This is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage, and I picked this up because of Tati. She talks about this on her channel all the time. She likes it, I think, just as much as the Tarte Shape Tape. I don't think she likes it more than that, but I really wanted to try it out. Their lightest shade that they had, Light Natural 005 is their lightest shade. So I'm going to pop this underneath my eyes and maybe spot conceal a little bit and see how that goes. Ooh, it's quite perfumed. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, so it definitely doesn't have as great of coverage as the Tarte Shape Tape, but it definitely like spot conceals better than the Tarte Shape Tape does. For some reason, it just doesn't spot conceal. It works great on the eyes, but for spots, no. This one actually worked pretty good for the spot, but it doesn't have quite as much coverage. You can still see some of my like blueness peeking through there, the darkness right in here. But it's really hydrating. It doesn't look dry underneath my eyes at all, which is a problem that I have with a lot of concealers, including Shape Tape. Okay, so I do want to say that the foundation, as it's sitting on my face, it is getting more matte in the areas that I don't have a ton of that luminous primer. So if you don't use a luminous primer, it will be pretty darn matte. So just keep that in mind. But it's looking really nice, even though it is mattifying. It still looks pretty darn natural. So I'm going to go ahead and set my face, apply the rest of my face makeup, and come back and show you how it's all looking. Alright guys, so here's all of my makeup on, and as you can see, this is what the foundation is looking like. I think it's really, really beautiful. It's such a natural finish, and I love the fact that it doesn't look drying, even though it's a mattifying finish. Even in like the areas that I didn't apply, like the luminizing primer, it still looks really natural and nice and beautiful. Got some dew. I've got a lot of shine on. I tried out my Boxycharm and the face products in there were not good. So I'm a little shiny looking, sorry. But I love the finish of this. It's just so beautiful and natural. So yeah, I will do some check-ins throughout the day and show you how this is holding up. So stay tuned. Hey guys, so hopefully the lighting's not too horrific. It's pretty bad in my office. I work from home and I've been working for the past 4 hours now. Actually, what is that? For almost 5 hours. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what my face looks like. So just been, yeah, working. Like I said, I rest my hand on my chin a lot when I do that, and I wear headphones, and it still looks amazing. Like you guys can see, it's got the beautiful like highlight from the primer underneath it, and nothing has moved. I have like little spots. You guys saw me cover those. I have little spots here and here, and nothing has moved. The weird thing is like the primer is making my forehead really shiny, so I don't think I would use this with that primer again. Even though this is a matte foundation, like for some reason I'm coming off pretty shiny looking, and I'm dry skinned, so that's not oil in the slightest. But I do like it. I'm going to centralize that primer, I think, more to the cheek area and not put it on like the forehead where I have a lot of acne scarring, because I don't think that looks very good. But yeah, I just wanted to show you, as you can see, like nothing has moved. So far so good. Pretty excited about this one. I will check in later. Hey guys, so I'm doing my final check-in. As you guys can see, I'm out in front of the window here. I do want to point out that I work third shift, so when I put my makeup on, it's at night, and then in the morning is when I do my final check-in. So hopefully that makes sense. But I have had this makeup on now for 10 hours, and my eyes, oh my god, I'm so tired that I've got like mascara running on my eyes and stuff, and my makeup's coming off. But let's take a look at the foundation. As you guys can see, like it's still really holding up well. It's come off my little milia bump here, which I pretty much expect to happen throughout the day. But for the most part, like it still looks really good. Like look how you can see my contour is still on, and all the bronzer and blush and stuff. That all looks really good, and it's not like super drying. it just looks really nice. And I want to say though, I definitely don't think that this is going to be a good one for anyone with oily skin. I feel like it might get really oily throughout the day for you, because I do notice that it is still kind of like, I guess like wet feeling. Like when you don't set your foundation with powder, sometimes it's got like that kind of tacky wet feeling. It does kind of feel like that, and I feel like that might not be great for people with oily skin. I feel like this probably would get a little bit shiny throughout the day and stuff, but on a dry skin type, it's really good. It looks really gorgeous. I definitely would just touch up a little bit after like 8 hours or so, but other than that, yeah, it's a good foundation. I definitely recommend it. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and have a great day.